Okay, so hi everyone, Hitesh this side again. And what we are going to do today is I'm starting a little series on how you can go from a one-liner idea to a full-blown product just using the power of LLMs. Now, one misconception people have that when I'm saying that I'll be using the power of LLMs, what you do is you always need to leverage the power of LLMs. It's not that you are dependent on them. No, this is a big no-no. You cannot be dependent on that. Okay. You need to know at least the basics of things. That is a tick mark. These are the positives, and this is a negative. This is a very big negative. If you are just dependent on LLMs, you won't be able to do a lot of things. So, what we'll do is try to make a full stack app, if I talk in technical terms. So, uh, I'll have a one-liner idea. We'll start from that one-liner idea and turn it into most probably a Next.js app with a Python backend and front end written in Next.js. Yeah, I will be using Next.js. I will be setting it up myself manually, but most of the code will be written by the LLM. I will be telling you like what are the great prompting techniques to use and how to expand on an idea, what are some tools that I use, what are the things that are considered as the best practices for using LLMs, and most probably I will be learning with you guys. It's not that I know a lot of things for now. I know some of the basic things while working with these LLMs and these things, but if I face an error, I won't cut that part. Most probably, I will be showing you the whole error and how I solved that error. So the next time we again make a video or you guys try to do it again, you know how to solve a lot of things. So this is one thing you should be aware of, that you don't need to be dependent on the LLM. Never. You need to know at least the basics of things. If you don't know how to set up a Next.js project, of course the LLM can tell you. But what if you face, for example, a 404 error? So if you don't know the directory structure of LLM, you can ask the LLM for everything. But if you know the basics, you can get started earlier. So what we are trying to do is leveraging AI in our workflow. This is what we are trying to do. This is a positive. What we are not trying to do is exploiting and blaming it. Most people blame and exploit. Yes. What most people try to do is just give shitty prompts to it and expect that it will make a full stack app for you. It won't, because we say so many things that AI will take over, that shit will happen. But while developing this app, you'll say, even if I throw a medium-sized problem at the LLM, it will hallucinate or it will give us a not so worthy answer. That's what that I don't know the English term for that, but yeah, maybe you've got the gist of it. So yeah, now I'll be explaining some of the best tricks that I know for ideation and the things. So uh some let me just write them out. Some tips and tricks you need to know. So the main thing is there are a lot of LLMs. So you can see I have ChatGPT. This is the Gemini. This is the AI studio from Google. You can sign it up for free, and also you get these models for free. And the API key is also free. I think there is a 15 or limit of 2 requests per minute, but that is a lot for development. And here it is, the Claude. Claude is the best LLM right now. If you want to ideate, you need to use Claude. So the first trick comes here. So most of the LLMs are on the same level right now. Okay, be it Gemini, okay, be it Claude, and be it ChatGPT. They are mostly the same on general benchmarks. So like if an average user uses these three LLMs, most probably we won't be able to find any difference. But like I've tested these a lot and I've used them a lot. So these are like some techniques. I'm writing the techniques and the positives and typing a plus plus. That is like a convention I use so that I don't get confused. Okay. So what I was telling you, yes. What each LLM is best at, you need to know what each LLM is best at. And again, this is my personal opinion. Based on what I have worked with these LLMs, Claude is the best at code generation, debugging, and ideation. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is best at brainstorming. Like if you need a very good brainstorming session, you need to use ChatGPT. Okay. Also, like why am I writing? Okay, ChatGPT is the best at brainstorming. Also, if you want to write like small code, like not a lot of depth, or you need a lot of, if you need a lot of depth, every LLM can give it to you if you prompt it correctly. But yeah, we can say light coding tasks, not a lot of depth, because I'll show you. This is from my personal thing I built. So this is the website. Sorry, this is my own personal domain. So if you visit hiteshbandar.xyz, I've built this most probably in just three prompts using Claude. So it just built everything. It is not built perfectly. This is just the home page is there, and these are all the links. You won't be able to believe Claude one-shotted this. I just gave it one prompt and it just generated the whole website for me. It was not responsive. And then suddenly my Claude credits just ended. Then uh, what I started was started giving the code and the whole context to ChatGPT. Even after 10 or 15 prompts, it wasn't able to make it responsive. But now, the next day, I just started the thread again, the Claude thread. It had the context already. One shotted, make it responsive, done. It was responsive. So that is the power of Claude right now. Like I'm not saying that some LLM is more best than I said that most of the LLMs are same level right now. But some LLMs are best at some things. So that's what I'm telling you. Claude is the best at, and also you can say instruction following. You give it an instruction, it will one shot it. I'm using the term one shot a lot. So most probably most people won't know that term. So what is, so these are some prompting techniques. I'm just writing whatever comes to my mind. So there is something called X short prompting where X is the number of examples. Okay. So let's say I say to an LLM, write me a blog post. I'm sorry, write me a blog post, and I give it one example. So that would be called one shot prompting. And if I say to the LLM, okay, bro, I'm giving you two examples, that is two shot prompting. Okay, if I don't give any, that is called zero shot prompting. And let's say I'm giving it a lot of examples, so that is called few shot prompting. Now, this is the thing. Okay, so if I'm giving one example, one shot, zero example, zero shot. More than two, three, or five, you can call it X shot or seven shot, eight shot, but the convention is to call it few shot prompting. Okay, so let's get at it. So ChatGPT is the best at brainstorming and light coding tasks, plus memory. It updates your memory. It knows your preferences. That is one good thing. And Gemini. Uh, I won't say Gemini is the best at so much things. Gemini if I like do it in a decreasing order, Claude is the best, then comes ChatGPT, then comes Gemini. But Gemini is really, really good at two things. I'm not saying Gemini is good at, it's just it has that feature at OCR. So, uh, what is OCR? So, that is called optical, I'm sorry, character recognition. Um, my typing speed is a little shit. So, what is OCR? Oh, yeah, I'm throwing a lot of new terms if someone is a beginner. But yeah, we need to learn it. So, what is an OCR? So, let's say I draw it. I draw a seven. So, what is this? You know it is a seven. Okay. So, let's say I write this six, and then I write, okay. So, if I give this image to an LLM or a model that supports OCR, okay, it will give you whatever is written in the image. It will recognize the characters and tell you what character it is. I'm sorry. Okay. So for example, this is a seven, you know, this is a seven, this is an eight, and this is 99. So this is called optical character recognition. But OCR is not limited to numbers. You can just use it for any text. If you have ever like used a Mac, let me show you something. Uh, if I have some picture with some text, okay, let's do it. Okay, so let's take a screenshot of this and see. Uh, so let's example, I took a screenshot of it. Oh, sorry. Here is the screenshot. If I want all the text from it, if I press this button in a Mac, I don't know if it works on Windows. It works on Windows, but if you have Power Toys is something you can install on your Windows desktop. It'll do the work for you. I think it was Windows Shift and T, as far as I know. You can press that button. So if I need all those text, look in a Mac, I can just press this button. Look, it is high. Now I can even highlight the text. It has optically recognized the character. Just by seeing it, it has recognized the character. So I can select this text. Okay. Control C, copy it, and I can now paste it just from a picture. Even if you have a picture, it can do it. If you say copy all, it will copy all the text. For now, I don't need it. So this is called optical character recognition, and vision models are best at it. Vision models are models. Let me write it. Vision models are models that can take as input a picture and process it uh, accordingly to your prompt. So Gemini is the best at OCR, and why did I know? So I had a really like a long image. What I did was captured a really long image of all my tweets, and I said it to Gemini that please can you provide me a JSON file. Claude wasn't able to do it. ChatGPT was failing. Gemini did it, and it was the best OCR. Not even a single character was out of that. I can show you that JSON too. Wait, let me show you because I'm showing you the examples because you should really know what is the capability of this LLM. Most probably it is here. Yes. Uh, so here it is. Twitter till 500. So all of this was extracted just using Gemini. These are my tweets. If you look for my tweet, it will get you this. So if you're looking for someone who can build, even it added the backslash n. I was just so fucking impressed by this. And yeah, these are this is like my own data. I've kept it for reference for one shotting. I use this for few shotting sometimes. Although I write all my tweets, but uh, to like capture a tone, and even if I'm writing a blog or something, for capturing the tone, I use few shot prompting. I use it. I use it for लिख देता हूँ. Oh, sorry, spoke Hindi. I'm writing it for reference so that we guys are on the same page. Yeah. So Gemini is the best at OCR. Plus, there is one thing. It has the most. It has the longest context window. Gemini has the longest context window. Uh, Sorry. Yes. So Gemini has the longest context window. What do you mean by context window? I'll tell you. What is a context window? The amount of tokens that that an LLM can take in a single prompt and process them. So this is the context window. Key, how much tokens? So now you'll ask me what are tokens? Let me explain what are tokens to. In a very vague term, I can explain it in a little more greater sense, but so we as humans, if I want to read, so we can say tokens are similar to words. Okay, this is the basic unit, just like the characters in our language. So what is the most basic unit of writing in our language? It is a character like O, P, L, K. We can just combine these characters and make everything. But how an LLM reads is it reads in tokens. It doesn't read it token wise like T, O, K, E, N. That's how we read. We also read in the words wise. Like I'll read this is the tokens are similar to words. This is how human will read, but that's not how an LLM will read. LLM will break it into tokens and then read it. This is how an LLM understands things. If you want to see, let me show you. Uh, this is the OpenAI tokenizer. So you can like write some things and see. So let me copy some text. Okay. Let me copy this whole text. Control C. So like see, this is how it is breaking. It has broken. Context is one word. Okay, window is one word. Now this space and the colon is one word. Now the amount of tokens that an LLM can. Now look, it took what how I am reading is LLM. This is one word for me, but space LL is one word for it. M is another one word for it. So this is the basic unit, just like LLM. Now it is taking LL and then M. It will break it into tokens and then read it. Now, different types of models have different types of tokenizers. So if you go to GPT-3, GPT-3 will tokenize it in its own way. So like take example, it broke the window into 4 or 5 different terms. W, IND, OW, and then space and then the code. So basically in basic terms, tokens are something that the LLM can understand. Okay. So a good approximation. So you are like, how will I approximate the cost? It is all, I think, written here. Good approximation is, yeah, 3/4 of a word. A token is just 3/4 of a word. So 100 tokens are equal to 75 words. Is that 100 tokens is equal to 75 words. Okay. So 4 tokens are 3 words, and 1 token is just 3/4 of a word. Let me write it. forward. These are the single most basic unit. So Gemini has a context window of 2 million tokens. So Gemini context window is 2 million tokens. So now you see 2 million tokens is like if you multiply by 3/4, 1.5 million words. And it is a lot. 1.5 million words is a lot of quantity. I don't know exactly. I think 10 or 15 books can fit in the whole context window. But let's see. Okay, let's leave it for now. But you're getting it. It is a lot of scale. So if you have a lot of data that you want to provide at once and generate some insights or do something big, Gemini is the go-to model for you. And even Gemini has a lot of models. But there are two models, 1.5 Pro and 1.5 Flash. 1.5 Flash is the faster model, but not the most smartest. 1.5 Pro is the smartest model, but not the fastest. So it is a little trade-off between speed and there is also always a little trade-off between the things. If you want speed, you get hit by the quality. If you get quality, you get hit a little bit on the speed. Okay, so there have been a lot of technical terms for now. Let me make it a little smaller. Oh, actually, wait, not these, just these, so that it can fit as a reference for things. Here, 99 here. So I've shown you how OCR works in my Mac too. Let me write to do's and not to do's. Okay, so now we have been distracted a lot. Let's come back to our key objective. So we need to take a one-liner idea and turn it into a full-blown product. And I will tell you a lot of prompting techniques. So what is our one-liner idea? So I have a very, very vague idea that I don't have a lot of like ideation on it. Key, how will I proceed further? But I will keep everything to the LLM. Plus, I won't be dependent on it. I will use my own brain. I will tell it to ask me things. I will not be dependent on it. I need to at least know the basics of things. Okay. So one very good technique. So now you know that what each LLM is best at. I'll tell you one more thing. If you just use a single LLM for things, most probably it won't work. Why? Because each LLM is best at each thing. So what I prefer is to make a chain of LLMs. Leverage what each LLM is best at. Okay, so that's how. So that we know that Claude is the best at instruction following and ideation. What we'll do is first, first we'll brainstorm with ChatGPT and get on an idea. When we have an idea of what at the last of product should be like and what it should deliver, then we'll move to Claude. We will tell Claude to generate us a plan, okay, on how to execute things technically, like how to like I'll tell it I will use Next.js, so it will tell us what do you need to do. You need to make these components and on how to uh, execute the idea. Then uh, I'm very sorry. Then we will tell Claude how to generate us a plan and how to execute the idea. Okay. Then the third point we will again use Claude or ChatGPT. So once you have a plan, what you can do is once you have a high quality plan, you can actually give it to a smaller LLM with the plan that this is my task. This is the plan you have to follow and execute things. if given a good enough prompt, most of the models will follow things. Some will follow better, some will follow, but follow a little least. Some are good at instruction following, but most of the LLMs with a good plan made by a good LLM will follow. So this is a trick you need, because if you give a task, the first thing LLM does is plan it. Ki haan, that's how I need to do it. It just thinks, it won't tell you, it just tell you the result, but at least something happens. What an LLM is thinking is what it is writing. It doesn't have a brain actually. So you need to actually tell it to, okay, think step by step. But the more capable an LLM, the more capable the plan and more feasible the plan would be. So the thing is to use a high quality LLM to generate the plan and the things, then use a lower quality LLM or a cheaper LLM to generate all of it. So then what we'll do is we'll most probably not use Claude. We'll use ChatGPT. I won't be using Gemini until unless I have a lot of data that I want to do OCR with, or something I want, or if I want to leverage the context window of it. ChatGPT, or not rarely, I won't actually use it. ChatGPT uh, to follow the plan, okay, and generate the code and the assets or anything that we really want to generate. So these are some tips and tricks you may need to know. Let me separate these knowledge a little bit. Yeah, these are what are vision models that I take put a picture. Gemini is a vision model. ChatGPT is also a vision model. I'm not saying it is bad, but Gemini is good. I'll say why it is good because, for example, you have an image that is like this. It has dimensions, let's say 1024 by 1920 or something. Not to scale. This is not to scale. This is just for reference. And for most LLMs will process it because it is. But what in my case was, it was just like it. There were a lot of tweets. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think around 45 tweets now you see. So nobody took it, but Gemini took it. So that's why I also used it for more tasks. So that's why Gemini is by far the best. I think it is. So yeah, let me attach it with the vision model thing and just separate it. Got it. Lot of white space. So this is how we'll move into ideation. So this was like the first video of me just explaining the flow, how we'll get to the things, how we'll do all the things. But our key objective is to go and make something. So yeah, I forgot to tell you about my idea. Very vague idea is the idea. Can I bold it? Sorry. Yeah. No. Anyways, the idea. Okay. The idea is to make an app that can track new research papers coming out in the AI domain and then summarize them. This is one thing, we can summarize it. Uh, is to make an app that can track new research papers coming out in the domain and then summarize them. Uh, you can follow specific topics, like you can say prompting or fine tuning. So if it sees, okay, uh, s- a new research technique has came out in fine tuning, it will tell you that specific topics like prompting, fine tuning, RAG, etc. Okay, it will summarize. This will do it. But most probably, not most probably, English is fucked. Wait. Sorry for that. Uh, what the core will be is it will also take in your businesses AI implementation. So this is a very high level overview. I'm not saying this is the final idea. This is just an ideation. This can change anytime, but the core idea will remain the same. Okay. Maybe in the future it won't take your business AI implementation and then give you a review. It will directly give you that, okay, if you are using this, you can like itself follow that. If I am using this, I have to do it better. It will also take in your business AI implementation, and it may not in the future. The idea can change, but the core of using AI and generating all of that, that will remain the same. The idea will remain the same. You can track new research papers from that and summarize them. Take your, let me come back. It will take in your business's AI implementation and using new techniques in the paper, tell you where you can optimize the idea, where you can optimize your pipeline, uh, and save costs. Saving cost is the best thing. Or this is one idea. So this is the core. This I will be implementing. Wait, let me. This is the core. This will be in the app no matter what. So this is the optional things. Maybe I can do this. Or the second idea, make it a learning app where you can learn concepts of research papers uh, based on your skill level. Like if you don't know, if you are in, let's say you are a developer, so you'll get the content in form of that is most useful for a developer, most useful for a third grader for a college. So we'll have some things based on your skill level or qualification level that will ideate more detail later. Qualification. So this is a full-blown stack. Uh, I'm open for more ideas. If you guys, if you guys want to, you can comment. Uh, this is the idea for now. Uh, yeah, I, I'm a very unorganized guy, but I don't know. I like the data organized. Yeah, data science joke. So yeah, this is the thing we'll be doing. So let's name this whole project. Can we copy it as text? Okay, this is the idea. Okay, so let I haven't prompted uh I haven't prompted in a while. So let's use Claude. Let's use it. So in Claude, there is one technique. I'll be telling you techniques as I go forward. For Claude, uh, yes. Oh, it's yes. That I told in my previous video as well. Techniques for Claude is use XML tags for data. If you don't know XML, XML is also a language just like HTML, but we'll figure things out later. Use XML tags for data. Uh, for example, if you are providing it examples, let's say you're providing a transcript. So provide it like this. Yeah, then use this, then whatever your content is, then transcript. It most like HTML, but okay. Use HTML tags. Uh, data first, then the prompt. Claude is best at that. It takes things. If you let's provide the data first, like provided a very short prompt, then provided the data, and then at the last provide what you want to do with that data. Okay. Uh, Data first, then the prompt, and there was one more thing I'm forgetting. Uh, yes. Tell it the whole story. What is it? Tell it the whole story. Let's say you are writing a blog post. You know, if you're writing a blog post, tell Claude why are you writing the blog post. Tell the whole context. Okay, so there is uh let's not make it a blog post. Let's say you are making a WhatsApp message. Okay, making a WhatsApp message. Rather than saying this is the content to make a WhatsApp message, tell it the whole story. Okay, so Claude, we are having uh annual event at our college. This is a these are the people that will be coming. So write me a message for that. We need to do lead conversion, and from that data, we'll be using that data for X, Y, Z reasons, for reaching out people, for improving our own database, something. Okay, tell it the whole story. It will do wonders. This is one thing. Also, one thing is you can pre-fill Claude's responses, but I'll not discuss it here. We'll keep it for a further discussion. Uh, how can I make it bigger? Mhm. Anyways, let's just keep it here for now. Okay, so yeah, let's move to the name. So I have some data. That is my idea. Okay, I'll first provide a short prompt. Uh, I am making a YouTube video series. Okay, where I build an idea completely using my own knowledge and leveraging LLMs. Okay, so let's see. This is the idea. That's how you start the idea. That's how you end the idea. So I'll just give it the idea here. Okay, so for now let's give it one because it will get confused. One more ideas. Okay, so this is the idea. Now what we want to do? I want to name the project so I can use it in place of, because I don't want to explain the whole idea. I'll just name my idea and use it in place of explaining. The name should be a little self-explanatory. The name should explain what I am doing and also resonate with the people. Okay. It should also be SEO friendly and unique because most probably you would need traffic. Let's see what happens. Let's brainstorm some new ideas. Okay. It's AI research tracker, paper pulse AI as a Neuro-Paper plus. It is a good one. Okay. So like I found this name a little bit. Can we do? I don't like the name, but I like the sense of it. Iteration on this name. I don't like this name, but I like the essence. Bad typing. Texan archive. Synaptic Scholar, Neuro-Paper Stream, Brainwave, Neuralink, Neuralink, Elon Musk, Exxon Archive. Oh, look, we are not depending that it will give us a name. We are taking ideas. Okay. Uh, Exxon Archive is a good name. Let's see if Exxon exists. But yeah, we are not getting so big too. Okay, Exxon and any other word that Exxon link? Nah. Neuro-Paper Plus. I think Neuro-Paper is a good name. Neuro-Paper. Let's use Neuro-Paper for now. I'll name it Neuro-Paper. Let's make it big. Mm, Neuro-Paper. No. Neuro-Paper. Oh, we can change the name at any time. That's something I just did for the sake of it. Okay, so guys, I think it's done for today. Done a lot of discussion and we learned a lot of terms. So I'll meet you in the second part. Till then, you can subscribe, like, and share if you like the video. If you don't like the video, then also share it. This was cringe to be honest. But yeah, thanks for it. Hope you learned a little bit from the uh, whatever discussion we had, a little complex discussion we had, also a little technical discussion. From the next video, we'll start iterating, and most probably this will be a 6 or 7 videos, like, but with hardcore technical content on LLMs and the things. That's it, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.